My girlfriend posted real men don't play video games after I skipped her brunch for a tournament. Then her car broke down and she saw my garage. I'm 29 years old and I've been dating Amanda for about a year and a half. We met at a friend's barbecue, hit it off immediately, and things moved pretty fast. She's a personal trainer, very into fitness and health, always posting motivational content on Instagram. I liked that about her at first, the discipline, the drive. I work as an IT consultant, pretty standard corporate job. Good pay, stable hours, nothing exciting. But my real passion has always been cars. Specifically, building them, fixing them, modifying them. It's what I've done since I was 16 years old, learning from my uncle in his shop. Amanda knew I was into cars but she never really asked about it. She'd seen my daily driver, a regular Honda Civic, and I think she just assumed I liked cars the way most guys like cars. She never came over to my place much because she preferred her apartment, said it was cleaner and more organized. About 6 months into dating, I started getting back into competitive gaming. Nothing crazy, just some weekend tournaments for a racing simulator I'd been playing for years. The prize pools were decent, and honestly, I was pretty good at it. I'd placed in the top 10 nationally a few times. Amanda was not a fan. Every time I mentioned practice or a tournament, she'd make a face. "You're almost 30, she'd say. "Don't you think it's time to find more mature hobbies?" I'd laugh it off, but the comments kept coming. Her friends would ask what I did for fun and she'd change the subject. Once, I overheard her tell someone I was going through a phase. Then came the tournament weekend. It was a major event, regional finals with a $15,000 first place prize. I'd been practicing for months. The tournament was all day Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. Amanda had planned a brunch with her friends for 11. "You can skip a few hours of your game thing," she said. "My friends really want to meet you properly." "Amanda, this is a big tournament. I can't just leave in the middle of it. I told you about this 2 months ago. It's a video game. They can pause it. It's a live tournament. No, they can't pause it." We went back and forth. She got increasingly angry, saying I was prioritizing a children's game over her and her friends. I stood my ground. I'd committed to this tournament, paid the entry fee, and frankly, I'd reminded her about it multiple times. Saturday morning, I got a text, "Fine. Go play your little game. But don't expect me to keep pretending this is normal." I competed. I actually placed third, won $4,000. I was thrilled. I texted Amanda the news. No response. That evening, she posted on Instagram. A whole story rant, didn't mention me by name but it was obvious. Real men don't play video games. Real men don't choose pixels over real life. If you're almost 30 and still gaming, you need to grow up. Women want men, not boys. Her friends all commented supporting her. Lots of "yes girl" and "preach and you deserve better." I screenshotted it and texted her, "I guess we're done then?" She called immediately. "You're seriously breaking up with me over a post? You publicly disrespected me and my hobbies. You called me a boy. You've made it clear you don't respect what I do. So yeah, I think we're done." "Oh my God, you're so sensitive. It wasn't even about you specifically." "Amanda, come on." She huffed. "Fine. Maybe you'll grow up eventually. Good luck finding someone who puts up with this." She hung up. That was 3 weeks ago. I threw myself into my projects. I'd been building something special in my garage for the past year, a fully custom 1967 Mustang Fastback. Ground-up restoration with modern performance upgrades. It was about 80% done, and I'd been taking my time with it because I wanted everything perfect. I also had my other project car, a Nissan Skyline GT-R that I'd imported and modified. That one was done, fully built, about 600 horsepower. I'd been planning to sell it but kept putting it off because I enjoyed driving it too much. My garage wasn't at my house. I rented a separate shop space about 15 minutes away, a place with lifts and proper equipment. It's where I spent most of my evenings and weekends. Amanda had never seen it. She'd never asked to. Last Tuesday, I was at the shop working on the Mustang's suspension when my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. "Hello? Hey, it's Amanda." Her voice was strained. "I know we're not together anymore, but I have a serious problem and I don't know who else to call." "What's wrong?" "My car died. Like, completely died. I'm on the side of Highway 41 and it won't start. It won't even turn over. The tow truck says it'll be 2 hours and it's getting dark and I'm freaking out." I sighed. Look, I'm not a complete a-hole. Even though she'd been disrespectful, I didn't want her stranded on the highway at night. Where exactly are you? She told me. It was about 20 minutes from the shop. I'll come get you. Just sit tight in your car with the doors locked. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. I was covered in grease, wearing my work clothes, but I didn't have time to change. I took the Skyline because it was closest to the garage door, fired it up, and headed out. I found Amanda sitting in her dead BMW, looking stressed and scared. When the Skyline pulled up, loud exhaust, modified exterior, the works, she looked confused. I rolled down the window. Get in. Whose car is this? Mine. Come on. She got in slowly, looking around at the racing seats, the roll cage, the custom interior. You drive this? Sometimes. We can wait with your car for the tow truck or I can take you home. Your choice. The tow company said they'd call when they're close. Can we go somewhere? I need to decompress. This has been such a terrible day. Against my better judgment, I said okay. I drove us back toward my shop. There's a coffee place nearby that stays open late. On the way, Amanda was quiet. Then, this car is insane. How much does something like this cost? To buy and build? About $90,000, all in. She stared at me. Dollars? Yeah. You spent $90,000 on a car? Over 3 years, yeah. I built most of it myself, sourced parts, did all the labor except the engine tuning. She went quiet again. We got coffee and sat in the parking lot. Amanda kept looking at the car, then at me. I don't understand. You drive a Honda Civic. For work and daily stuff, yeah. It's practical and good on gas. But you have this? I have a few project cars. This is one of them. A few? Like how many? 3, technically. The Civic, this one, and a '67 Mustang I'm restoring. Her expression was hard to read. Confused, maybe embarrassed. Where do you even keep them? I rent a shop space. It's actually right around the corner. I was working there when you called. Can I see it? I shouldn't have said yes, but I was curious about her reaction. We drove to the shop. I opened the bay door and turned on the lights. The Mustang was up on jack stands, gleaming dark blue paint already done, chrome details catching the light. My toolboxes lined the walls, professional-grade equipment everywhere. Parts organized on shelves. A full lift system. This wasn't a hobby garage. It was a professional setup. Amanda walked around slowly, not saying anything. She stopped in front of the Mustang. You built this? Most of it, yeah. Still finishing the suspension and interior. It's beautiful. She turned to me. Why didn't you ever tell me about this? You never asked. And every time I mentioned cars or working on something, you'd kind of brush it off. She looked around the shop again. This must cost a fortune. The space, the equipment, the cars. It's an investment. The Mustang will sell for about $120,000 when it's done. I've already got a buyer lined up. I watched her do the math in her head. So you build and sell these? Sometimes. Sometimes I keep them. Depends on the project and whether I get attached. And the video game tournament thing? You said you won money? $4,000 last weekend. I've won about $30,000 in prizes over the past 2 years, total. She sat down on my work stool, looking stunned. I had no idea. I thought. You never talked about money or showed off or anything. Because it's not about showing off. It's about doing what I love. Her phone rang. The tow truck was 20 minutes away. We drove back to her car in silence. While we waited, she kept looking at me sideways. Finally, I think I made a mistake. About? About us. About how I saw your hobbies. I didn't realize you were so successful at these things. Amanda, I'm the same person I was last week when you posted that I needed to grow up. I know, but I didn't understand what you were actually doing. I thought you were just wasting time. I was wasting time doing things I love and that happen to pay well. That's still the same thing. Can we try again? I'll be more supportive. I want to understand this part of your life. The tow truck appeared in the distance. I looked at Amanda, really looked at her. She wasn't interested in understanding my hobbies. She was interested in understanding my bank account. No, I said simply. Why not? I said I was wrong. You didn't think you were wrong until you saw the shop and heard about the money. You disrespected me publicly, called me immature, said real men don't do what I do. The only thing that changed is now you know there's money involved. That's not respect, Amanda. That's just opportunism. The tow truck pulled up. She got out of the skyline without another word. That was a week ago. She's texted 4 times asking to talk. She deleted the Instagram post and put up a new one about not judging people's passions. Too little, too late. Yesterday, I finished the Mustang's suspension. She drives like a dream. The buyer is coming next week to do the final inspection before purchase. I've already got my next project lined up, a 72 Chevelle that needs a complete rebuild. I also registered for another tournament next month. Bigger prize pool, tougher competition. I'm looking forward to it. A friend asked me if I regret not giving Amanda another chance. Honestly? Not even a little. She showed me exactly who she was, someone who valued appearances over substance, who couldn't respect my passions until they came with a price tag. Real relationships aren't built on someone finally respecting you after they see your worth reflected in dollar signs. They're built on respecting each other from day one, whether there's money involved or not. I'd rather be alone in my shop, building something beautiful with my hands, than with someone who only sees value in the finished product's price. Some people grow up thinking maturity means abandoning the things you love. Real maturity is building a life around those things and not apologizing for it to anyone.